When was the last time you had just a huge uncontrollable laugh, and what happened to cause this, and what did you feel in your mind and your body afterwards? For me, when I get into an uncontrollable laugh, I will sometimes laugh so hard that I'll start to cry, or my belly will start to ache. Sometimes I'll even gag, which is kind of a weird response. But anyways, if you have this memory in mind of the last time you had this uncontrollable laughter, maybe it was because it was in response to something that was really funny. And that's definitely where my memory heads. And I initially thought that that was the reason why we laugh, because things are funny. And though this is sometimes the case, it's according to research, not just this. This video will go into the research that details what laughter is, why exactly we do it, and why it makes us feel so good. And with clearly understanding the benefits of it, be able to fully utilize it and make more room for it in our lives. So what is laughter? There's actually a whole field of study revolving around it, and it reminds me of ice cream. I don't know what it is. I've just been thinking about ice cream lately, but it's called gelatology. Gelato. And this looks at what laughter is and the effects that it has on our bodies, both on a psychological and physiological standpoint. It is, turns out, a completely social behavior. Though it is something that we do on our own sometimes if we see something funny, it really traces back to moments that we are with other people, because it's something that we do to relate to others. Laughter is something that is seen and is the same across many different cultures and languages, and it's also something that we see in animals such as dogs, rats, and crows. So once we know what laughter is, it's a social emotion, why do we do it? Well, tying into it being a social thing, it's something we share with other people, and it's something that we use to maintain social bonds. It's something contagious that we offer to sort of build this affiliation. So if I laugh, oftentimes I'm trying to get you to laugh too and sort of further strengthen that bond. You are 30 times more likely to laugh if other people around you are laughing, and you're more likely to laugh if the other people around you are people that you know, and even more likely to laugh if it's people that you like. If you notice in conversations, oftentimes the person that is speaking is the one that's laughing the most. And this is used to get people to understand and to agree with you. It's also used to help and communicate to others, to let them know that we're not a threat. So imagine our first meetings, especially in like professional settings. It's kind of used as an icebreaker to show your demeanor in a more friendly and approachable way. And as we sort of implied with laughter descriptions early on, there are two types of laughter mainly. One involuntary, where it's the one where you're just laughing your guts out and you can't control it. And then there's the social kind. With social kind of laughter, it's again something that's not helpless in comparison to involuntary laughter, but it's something that is precise and kind of coordinated in conversations. And this is something that is particularly interesting to see when you watch stand-up comedians, because they kind of float in between the two, involuntary and planned or social laughter. And if you notice, there's a lot of power to having the ability to make others laugh. When you think about someone that is really funny and comedic, they have sort of this strong character and therefore more of an influence to how conversation is going to go. One note that a female comedian actually made, which was really interesting to me, was that female comedians kind of have a harder time in that field because we associate subconsciously, we don't make a direct correlation, but we do associate comedy and the ability to make other people laugh with power. People that are funny are typically seen as more likable and are able to move a conversation in a certain way. They have more power to do so. And really, when we see people have a hard time really seeing women as funny, it's sometimes not really the fact that they're not funny. It's really sometimes the fact that people just can't accept the link subconsciously of power and women. Comedy equals power, but somehow power can't equal women. I found that a really interesting point. Laughter can be used to deal with stress, and you can oftentimes see this with couples if you're doing a more stressful activity, if laughter is involved, if you're able to poke fun at each other and have fun and laugh along the way, despite it being a stressful situation. Oftentimes you'll see that these relationships, these couples stay together longer. However, it only works if both people involved are engaging in the laughter. So one person can find a joke funny while the other doesn't, and laughter doesn't usually benefit the couple in this way. It could be a means of catharsis, of being able to find a release of pent-up feelings or emotions, and to really drive home how laughter has played more than just a function of in reaction to something funny. Researchers have shown the different area activations of the brain during laughter. When you laugh, an older area of the brain separate from speech is activated, which shows an evolutionary function of laughter. And in the brain, when we laugh, the certain parts of activation in the brain looks a bit more like a grunt or a mating call in comparison to speech, which helps solidify the more prehistoric function of laughter. So in sum, these are all just fun facts on what laughter is, the power of it. We use it to relate to one another. We use it as a ways of communicating that we are approachable and friendly and likable. We use it as a way to strengthen social bonds. We use it as a way to express ourselves and to feel closer with one another. So this is why we love it so much. This is why it's such an awesome function. And so hopefully with better understanding the function of laughter, we can move forward to use it and strengthen the relationships in our lives. So that's it. That's this video. Hopefully you find it helpful, and if you do, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos. And with that, I'll see you all next time. Bye.